Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we're on the green server on the level 50. I don't know, 51, 52, something like that. Shadow Knight. Um, at the moment we're in the Great Divide, heading towards Eastern Wastes. What I want to go over in this video is: you ever have one of them days? You ever have one where just everything goes wrong on this game? Feels like that's something that people don't speak about too much. I think I have before, I've made thousands of videos, so I might have talked about this one time, but it's not something I've repeated over and over and over and over and over like usual. Um, but yeah, you ever get on the game and just everything goes wrong? It's just like not feeling, I don't know. It's not, you want to play, but then everything goes wrong and you're like, man, I don't even know if I want to play today. Kind of what happened here in this one. I think I'm 52. I think I'm 52 Shadow Knight. I've been that for a while now. Been talking about how my Shadow Knight feels weaker. Somebody did leave a comment that made a lot of sense about that. They said, I'm sorry with the names. I'm horrible with the names. I wish I could shout you out because it was a good comment. Um, I think the issue is, at least partially, I think Shadow Knights do get weaker as you level. Once you hit your 40s, 50s, it's going to get harder. You're not a Necro, you're not an Enchanter, you know what I mean? So it does get harder, of course, but it was like a deep, it was like steep difficulty, kinda. I still kill stuff, I'm still soloing, but I have to really pick wisely, choose wisely. And here we're duoing, so this isn't me soloing, it's me trying to duo with Trey on his mage. So we're going to see his mage here, who's very powerful. So I'm not going to have any trouble as far as that goes, but it's more of the issue of, well, first of all, the commenter said, I'm in velious, and that's the issue. That's probably a lot of the issues that I'm in velious. A lot of the enemies are harder here. Classic is where you want to be if you're on something like a Shadow Knight. So it's good information. I'm gonna have to take that into consideration and maybe move back to the classic areas, the vanilla areas. Maybe go to, I don't know, permafrost or something, or Guck, or just kill some guards or something like that. Because Velious and Kunark, the HP pools got way bigger. Just everything you fight hits harder, more HP on these expansions, because most people were all decked out from best in slot from Classic or Kunark. So if you're decked out best in slot, highest level in Kunark, and then you go to Velious, they got to make it to where it's not like a cakewalk. So I'm taking my Shadow Knight, who's not exactly best in slot anything, taking it to the hardest you know, highest expansion out here. So it was a good comment. I think that's partially what is wrong. I think I need some better gear. I need to keep up with my spells. I need to be fighting a little bit differently, maybe fear kiting more, maybe outdoor zones more and stuff like that. But I can't treat it like my Necromancer, and I think my Necromancer can go anywhere and do anything. My Shadow Knight's gonna have to stick more towards the classic zones. But yeah, what everything going wrong. So first thing here with this little session, um, I had logged on the day before, looking around to see if I could find something for us to do the next day. And it kind of started there because I couldn't find anything. Like, I wasn't finding anything that I felt like doing. We were in Crystal Caverns. We've moved from Tower Frozen Shadow to Crystal Caverns. We kind of got there a little bit late to Crystal Caverns just to kind of see the zone before it was all the way green. And once you get done with those two and you want to move on to something else, there's not too much around that I could find, at least immediately, um, to do. Like the orcs outside of Crystal Caverns, they seem a little bit too like difficult. Like they're gonna aggro all over the place through the walls and stuff like that. And there's healers and casters and stuff. So I don't know if that's the right answer. Then there's these giant forts. So we checked out these giant forts. It was camped most of the time, and they were borderline green, blue. I think it's still viable. I still think this giant fort, which is between, if you go to Crystal Caverns, if you're heading to the Great Divide, it's kind of in between. So I think it's viable. It's just like, I think it was camped, so people were camping it. Plus, it was greenish blue. Wasn't like super excited to do it, and then it was camped. So Kind of started there. I couldn't find anything. I was going all throughout basically eastern wastes, just looking for something to kill. And there was wildlife, but it's hard to like keep a good session going with just wildlife unless you're in like the over there or something, pulling to the edge of the zone. I don't know. We could have tried something like that. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't have I'm running around slowly like a big heavy ogre trying to find a camp. And sometimes it's just not that fun when you don't know what you're going to do. Because I come into the day like not knowing what I'm going to do. I'm going to find something for the next day. Couldn't find anything. Everything was camped. And I don't even have that many options. I'm just trying to figure something out. So like coming into this day with all, like the day before, I didn't even play. I didn't do anything. I ran around on my heavy, slow ogre looking for things to do and not finding anything. So that's kind of like my mentality coming into this duo session, SK Mage duo session. So I'm still looking around. I'm still here. I'm still like I checked the giant camp. I come from Great Divide. I was in Thurgoden, I think. So I have to run all the way from Thurgoden to Eastern Waste. So that's the start of our day is running. And then I get to Eastern Waste. I'm looking around. The first thing I check is camped. And then now I'm just like kind of wandering around the zone where if you know Eastern Waste, there's probably not much in this zone. So I waste a bunch of time just kind of wandering the zone, looking around for something to kill. I was hoping there'd be like another giant camp or I don't know, something with a bunch of blues that we could kill. But I didn't really find anything. There's wildlife. There's definitely rhinos and other things out there like dervishes, I think, that you could kill, but you'd be running around just imagine going to the Karanas and that's what you're doing. Like when I was in the Karanas, I was killing Trents or Aviacs or like by Split Paw or like guards. You know what I mean? Like or the barbarians, the fishermen barbarians. Like I was always at a camp where I wasn't just wandering the zone looking for wildlife. I don't really like it's not my style of play. If I was a bard, if I was a druid, if I was a shaman, maybe I could wander the zone looking for wildlife, but just didn't feel right to me on my Shadow Knight. But looking at this camp here, just I forget there was some blues, but it was like one, and it was next to some other stuff. He's telling me about a camp in Great Divide. There's another giant fort. So there's two giant forts. So it's not like there's nothing. But just this day, the way this day went, and there's a person there camping it. So everywhere I went this day, there was people camping or nearby. And I didn't. This looked like maybe if nobody was here and it was perfect, maybe. Then I start conning stuff. It's all green. Not all of it, but most of it's green. There's a guy standing there, probably doing something. So this one was a no go. But I don't know if you guys ever got on the game and that's what's happening for you. Like you get on, you maybe the first thing you check is camped. Maybe you're wandering around, you don't know what you're going to do, you can't find anything. You finally think of something and then it's camped as well. And then you end up going somewhere eventually and then just everything you die or something or you have to run or you have to gate and it's like, dude, this day is not going well, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's one of them days. So looking around, can't find anything in the eastern wastes here. Because I want to play my Shadow Knight. I think I just need to go back to classic zones. Trying to think like where I would go. We can look at it. Like let's try to figure it out here. Because there's not much to say about this footage. You just see me frustrated looking around at stuff in eastern wastes. But go to let's go to the wiki. Do that on my phone while you guys watch this. I don't think I killed a single thing while I was doing this either. So yeah, he's telling me about. So I'm asking, are people camping stuff? They say yes. So it's not just like theoretical. I'm not just assuming they're camping it. They are. Um, and then Trey is telling me about I think a giant camp in Great Divide that we do end up trying. So that's what this is heading towards. We're going to go over to the Great Divide and try the giant fort, pretty close to the zone line, which ends up being okay. But you'll see, it's not. It doesn't go well eventually. All right, let's look this up. So you can go to the wiki and you can go to guides. On the left-hand side, there's like a list of all the sections. Well, there's a guide section, and then you can go to hunting leveling guides. So there's like a per level hunting guide, a treasure hunting guide, a 6-minute bard diet, which I may need to try that. There might be a bard out there I can just sit on for a while. I need to rewatch my Necro videos, see what he was doing. But a lot of stuff he was doing, maybe my Shadow Knight can't do. But if we go to this per level hunting guide, I'm going to look at classic areas. We are level 50 to 54. So we click on that. And it brings up all these camps. We're going to look at solo, level range. Burning Woods. It's in Kunark, though. Sometimes I go back a little bit, especially on my Shadow Knight. Like, let's go back a little bit. I'm more, I don't know, I want to look at the 45 to 49 solo just to see if it's anything that's possible. Then I'm going to look for classic zones. So we got Butcher Block Mountains, 2 dwarves on the docks and 2 huts, only civilians, avoid guards. Good for druid, wizard. Dwarves can be quad-kited, lowers Kaladin citizens. The 2 male dwarves standing next to the hanging fish are on standard Kaladin factions, not citizens. So I might check that out. It's like we already were over there with my gnome, though, like my enchanter. But, I don't know, we didn't kill any guards or any dwarfs. I've killed dwarves before in my necro. Maybe it might be good. We are low 50s. We're not mid 50s or late 50s. Fear Rot. We could go back to the Spectres. That might work still for a little bit. Those weren't too bad. I think I was soloing those. So we got Butcher Block Mountains, Dwarves, Dwarven Guards. We got Spectres and Fear Rot. Near the Plane of Fear. In Fear Rot here, we got Cindrelia. Easy to kill if you nuke her before she buffs, it says. Wonder what level she is. She's near the portal. Blue through level 54. Wonder what kind of faction, though. Is she going to give me bad faction for something? She's an erudite necromancer. I don't think she has any faction hits. Nope, no faction hits. Maybe I could fear kite her since she's a caster. Maybe she would go down easily. I think that's the solution. I need to head back. I need to get out of Velious. Let's let my enchanter explore Velious. Let's let my necro explore Velious. Let's get the Shadow Knight out of there. I don't know why. I mean, we went through the whole Tower of Frozen Shadow. I can't believe he even did that. Like, it was a good job. But, might want to stop there. All right, we got East Freeport guards. We could do that. I need to start doing some classic guards, I think. I need Trey to be getting an evil character for once. He has like a Shadow Knight, but I don't know if we want to do Shadow Knight, Shadow Knight. Probably a little bit too late now, like I'm level 50-something. Shadow Knight might not be horrible. So some sort of Freeport guards might be okay. Lake Wrath, Tia Lifehole. Good for Necromancer, Mage, Druid. She's a 37 Paladin. She's on a 6-minute, 40-second respawn timer. I wonder how long she gives experience there. She's a level 37, so I would think you would get experience through about... I mean, she'd probably still give me a little bit of experience. I think that's borderline, really borderline. It might be... She might not be blue, I don't know. Well, we might check that out. I've already been to Lake... Have I been to Lake Wrath? Maybe not. I was in... Yeah, I was in Lake Wrath. I'm trying to think of where she is. Another one in Lake Wrath. Punga, Trug, and Grud. I'm not going to be killing ogres and stuff like that. Alright, so here's our camp. I think that's the solution. I need to get out of Velious. 100%. I got to get out of there. I need to just, like, get my troll teleported back to his home and, like, reevaluate things and not go out of Classic. Kunark, maybe. But Velious, I think, is a step too far at this point. Got an earthquake about to happen. That's always fun when you're starting a camp. But I'm just buffing up right now. This is the camp. It's the Giant Fort. If you come in from Eastern Wastes, and you're going into Great Divide from Eastern Wastes, if you do left wall strats, you will find this fort. I think you can't miss it if you do left wall strats. It's not that far either. So this camp is like, there's 2 guarding the entrance on both sides. So I'm on the southern side right now. Trey says he usually sits in the northwestern corner. So he's done this one before. I've never done it before, so I'm kind of just sitting in the spot I thought was the safest to buff up and stuff like that. So I'm sitting on the southern southwestern corner, right? Or southeastern corner. I'm sitting on the southeastern corner, not in the fort. I'm like outside buffing, getting my pet, all that. So we got the two standing at the entrance, and then there's one that roams around. There's like a building in the middle. So there's a wall surrounding a building in the middle. And then there's a southern entrance and a northern entrance, like wall in the wall. So you got the two here. They're bluish green. Like sometimes they're green, sometimes they're blue. They're scouts. I think most of the time they were green, but they can occasionally be blue still. And then you got one that will wander around, like path around the middle building. And he's like a scavenger, berserker, or something like that, slightly different, slightly higher level, usually blue. And then you got two guarding the other side, like the northern side, and I think they're scouts. And then you got two like named in the middle. All right, I think that was the earthquaker. I paused and I came back. Maybe I killed one. Not sure what happened there. There's two named in the house in the middle, at least two, and they're blue. And then you got one named in the corner I'm in. So I think there's one like in the south. Why can't I get this right? Southeastern corner. So I think there's another name there. So you got total of eight giants, which should be enough. I think it's like a 10-minute spawn. So I could sit here. I could do this camp. I could solo this camp. There is danger of me dying though. There's no like zone line super close. Like there could be ads. If you look to my left, there's elite giants like pathing kind of. They don't really come up to the fort, and if I stay right here, they probably wouldn't add. But if I like have a crazy fear kite that goes way to the south, like an elite giant could add, and those are blue, and they aren't. They just hit really hard, and they have a lot of HP. So I think it's like possible I could maybe kill them if everything went like perfect, but I don't want to mess with them. I tried messing with them and it was tough, and you'll see because we do fight an elite giant in this video. But right now I'm waiting for Trey. So I'm kind of just chilling. I don't know the camp. I've never done the camp before. He has. He said it was pretty chill, but I'm like trying to like okay. I'm sitting on the south. I see these elite giants that are blue. Like every single time I see one, it's blue. So it's like that's what's going through my head. Like I want to kill these blue giants because it looks like the scouts are going to be green mostly. So I'm kind of just sitting here. I don't know if we need to watch this. Go ahead a little bit in the video. Why is it all just black right now? It's strange. All right, here we go. All right, so I start looking around. We got the scouts. They got weapons. Waiting on Trey to get there. I think he's fighting and he's in his guild doing a guild thing, so I had to wait. So I got my pet out. I got Vampiric Embrace. I got Grim Aura. I cast. I think that was my lowest level, or maybe it was my highest level snare because I'm soloing. I hit him with the Siphon Life. Okay, I'm gonna try to fear kite it. There he goes. He's feared. Pretty sure it's green. I'm not 100% sure. I got my big bad Reaver out this time. I feel like I've heard that it's better for fear kiting than like the Ebon Mace. I'm like all offense, no defense when I'm fear kiting pretty much. Trying to bash slam. I'm trying to slow him down because of course he runs straight to his buddy. My clinging darkness, I'm using the lowest level snare, so now we know. Get him snared again. 132 points of damage. My pet's trying. My pet hits him for 13 there. You hit him for 35. That's not bad. 96 from me. So just keeping them snared, keeping them feared. That's fear kiting for you. If I could, I would dot them up as well. I just never have enough mana. Like if I was going to kill like one thing and then it was worth it, I would probably have all my dots up too and just dot the crap out of it as I fear kite it. But we got a kill there. We got experience. We soloed one of them. We soloed a Velious giant, but I think it was green, so don't give me too much credit. Trying to see, like, is he in the zone? Looks like he's in the zone. I think I saw his name there. Told him I'm on the south side. He's bringing his mage over. I was talking about like let's fear kite him, but he was using his earth pet. I think his earth pet is the best way to go. If you have any tips for him, like put it in the comments. I don't think he needs them, but I feel like he could have like I don't know. Could he have? He doesn't need anything. I'm just saying. Like if you guys have any mage tips for around early 50s, just to make him even more OP. He's been using his earth pet a lot. That's what I would do too. But I was thinking, like, if we fear kite, if we could use like a fire pet or an air pet or a water pet or something like that. Because if you're fear kiting, you don't want to like root him over and over and over with an earth pet. But he says his earth pet is his best one, and I'm gonna say, do you, bro? Because I know you can solo this whole fort, so I'm not gonna mess with you the way you're doing it. I'll just be here helping you. There's another scout. I'm still waiting on him to get here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It went well the first time, so why not do it again? And have y'all put your stories in the comments? Have you ever had a day where everything just went wrong? Maybe you died. Maybe your camp was camped. Maybe somebody stole your camp. Maybe you just couldn't find anything to do. You couldn't find a group. You're looking for group for hours. You're running around like everything going wrong. I've had that happen before in this game where you're just going from zone to zone to zone to zone. Everything's camped, or you can't find anything, or you can't find a group, and then you're dying and you're doing corpse runs, and then you think you find something eventually, and then it's not what you thought it would be, or you die or something. Have you guys ever had one of those days? Because you're slowly seeing mine. Like, it's not like a quick story here. It's over time. There's a little bit of good in the middle. Me fear kiting these giants is the little bit of good in the middle. This one's got a big old hammer. Got my vampiric embrace on. I did hit him with a couple of little debuffs, which helped me. It's not just to debuff him. Like, it gives me more AC and I think strength or something. Those two tornado buffs. It takes like a certain, like maybe like 20 AC from them or 15 or something and gives it to me. And the other one I think is maybe strength or agility or something like that. So I'm more using it for the stats. I'm trying to get myself as buffed up as I can. Yeah, I'm 52. I'm about a half a bub into 52. So I could still lose my level. We got a Drackle Forged Sledgehammer. Probably just vendor trash, right? A little bit too much to give to your pet. What's kind of weapon y'all give to your pet? You know? I usually don't want to give it anything that's worth over like a 2 plat or something like that. I don't want to. I'm stingy. I don't have a lot of plat, so if I had a billion plat, I would give it that hammer right now. But it's kind of tough, dude. Like if you guys, as far as plat goes, I feel like I never get enough. That's what's cool about the game, though. I don't want to, like in Gems of War, I have like so much souls, for example, that I don't even need them anymore. Like when I get them, it just doesn't matter to me. Like it's nothing. And then there's like other resources like diamonds and jewels and like dragonite and trait stones. There's so many resources in that game. It's a match 3 RPG if you don't know. It's like the main game I play on the channel. They support me and allow us to keep doing these things like this. So shout out to them. I'm just kind of like an expert at it, at that game. And but I have so many resources that I don't even care when I get them. But in this game, it's like I never have enough plat. There's no way. Like I've never even been close. I've never had enough to even get everything I want. Like or even like something awesome. Like it's like I love the way this game works. Like experience is hard to come by, plat is hard to come by. You know, just playing the game is hard to come by some days. But we killed the 2 scouts. We soloed them. We fear kited them just to show that I'm not a total noob that sucks. Getting y'all some views. I've been trying. I realize I'm in first person a lot. Maybe that's not the best for the visuals on these videos. So I've been trying to at least pop out every once in a while and show you what he looks like. It's way easier on my necro or my enchanter because they're not such a big oaf. It blocks the whole screen. Kind of just waiting on them at this point. I killed the 2 scouts. I told him there's elites here. I told him that I'm gonna try to fear kite. He said LOL had the zone, auto ran into fort and saw through and Viz almost died. Oof. That's the type of stuff that happens, man. It's like when you're about to level type of business. Some days you just have that. Like that's could be the thing. You know, I'm barely into this level, so everything's going wrong. But I'm also doing it to myself by trying to still be in velious. I do have a constant duo. Like, I don't have to leave velious if I don't want to. I just think it would make it easier. Like, I'd want to play my Shadow Knight more if I could solo here and there, and then we could duo somewhere nearby where I'm soloing or whatever. So I think that's the move to make for my account at the moment. Take the Shadow Knight, take him back home. He needs to go home. He needs to live with his mommy for a little bit, figure his life out, and, you know, kill stuff around there. As far as the enchanter goes, he can pick up the torch, pick up the baton, and start doing, because he's getting up there. He's like 43, 44. So he's getting close to the same level. So we could do the things that the Shadow Knight maybe would have done. All right, I was going to try to solo this Berserker. He's blue. He's a little bit harder. Let's see if I can do it. Keep missing my spells. Like, he keeps going around the corner, ducking around the corner. Oh, he's avoiding me, man. Part of the day. All right, there's one of the names that I was talking about. This is like what I would love to fight every single time, like a scavenger, something that kind of is blue, but it's about to turn green. That'd be great. But let's try to solo this scavenger. I snare it. I bring it way back over here because I know that when I fear kite it, it's going to be running all over the place. I need to give him some runway. So a slightly harder fight here. And I think my Vampiric Embrace wore off. That sucks. I fear him. You know, sick the pet on him. Start auto-attacking with my Reaver. I miss a couple times, but then bang. 160. 103. Course 26. Nice. Another thing about fear kiting is you're always hitting them in the back, which is cool. See, trying to get y'all the views. I'm thinking of y'all when I do that. Like, I'd rather just play in first person the whole time. We got a scout that may or may not join the fight there. He's a little bit too far away. I think the giants being so tall, it kind of makes them look like they're closer than they are to each other. And me being in this camera view. But I wasn't too worried about it, as you can see. Alright, he's done. I need to fear him again, maybe. Got him down, though. I got him under half with that one fear. Do a life tap. My HP's good. My mana's good. I could do this. I could really do this. It's the fact that once I kill the scouts, once I kill the berserker, I'm not so sure the names would go so smooth. Oh, dude, the scout did join in. So, but the fight's almost over. I wasn't too worried about it. I have lots of mana, lots of HP. I'm just trying to hurry up and finish off this berserker. I could have maybe turned around and feared the scout, but it was so close to dead that I just finished up the fight there. So now we got a scout. 113. Slam it. Snare it. Got him snared. Now I'm going to fear him. He hit me for 100, though. This freaking green scout. Hitting for 100. I'm down to 60% HP. 2 fights in a row. Missing and crap. It's always so fun to miss when something's running slowly away from you. How can you miss? 98 over 100. Pretty good hits there. 149. He's under half health. We're discussing like how we're going to duo here. 178, pretty good. I don't think I've ever seen 200, but I've seen up to like 190s. Maybe I've seen 200 like once. I don't know. But I think my max I've hit is like 198 or 196 or something like that. Got experience though, did it? So every giant here is going to give me experience. It's just like, is it green or is it blue? Like if there's extra experience, I might do this camp. I might try it one more time solo before I leave Velious, but I'm getting close to leaving. Like I don't think Thuggish needs to go into Velkators. I think that's more of a Sinny and eventually an Al Bundy type of zone. But just finish the fight. I'm still pretty good there. Look at my health. Look at my mana. I could do another fight if I needed to. It's just not. I could pull that named maybe, but I'm just like I don't know. I don't know how hard it would be. I don't know if it would resist fear, if it would resist snare, if it has a bunch of HP, it would hit me for 1,000,000. I don't really know, so I'm kind of just playing it safe. He said, where did I go? I'm on the southern side, up on the hill. So here's where he joins in the fights. He got to the camp. They saw through, or his invis wore off. He had to run back to the zone. So at least he made it, because he doesn't have so either, I don't think. Something about the game that I like. I like to have so. I know that's kind of bougie. I don't know. I don't like running so slow. The world's already so big. It's one of those things. I love like the experience trickling in, and it takes forever to level. I love that I don't have a billion plat, and it's hard to buy things. And if you get something, it really means you earned it. I like that stuff is rare. The camps are there's no instances, and like you have to get lucky and get the camp, and then you have to like kill the placeholder over and over and over and over and over again. Like I love that. I like dying is fine for me. Like losing experience when I die. Like I love all those things about this game. The one thing I don't like too much, but I get it. I understand it because I don't want to be on griffins flying from place to place and like teleporting wherever whenever I want. Like I don't want to have that. I don't need a mount, right? But mounts are kind of cool. Like I don't know. If I could change one thing about classic EverQuest here, it'd be cool if you had a mount. Like just a horse or something like a and just it would be like as fast as J boots maybe. It doesn't even have to be as fast as so. Like and it would be like a quest or something. Something that was is kind of difficult. Like if we had mounts in P99, that'd be sick. I would like that. Like everybody and like maybe if I don't know, like and make it difficult though. Like it's not super fast, but it's faster than if you're a big slow ogre, like J boot speed or something. And then like if you're in a fight, like it just pops you off your if you get hit or something, maybe it pops you off your mount or just so you can go get from place to place. Like it doesn't even need to be like to get away from fights. Like I wouldn't want to be able to jump on my mount if I'm in a fight, but just when you're in between fights, you're out you don't have aggro, like you should be able it'd be cool. I could buy a bunch of soap pots. I could go get J boots. Like my Necro has J boots, but it's the only one that has them. My shaman has so it's easier to get from place to place. I don't know. That's the only thing. Like if these zones are going to be so big, I wish I had a way to get from place to place a little bit quicker. You'd think I'd be a bard or a druid or something the way I don't like the movement speed in this game so much. It's like the one thing I hate about I don't even hate it. It's one thing I dislike about P99 is like how slow it feels to run, especially with like not as many people playing. Just to get from place to place, it'd be great. But make it hard. Make it something you have to camp or something. Be cool if you could solo it, but all right. So I'm pulling a scout because it just respawned. Now we got Trey. He's got his Earth pet out, so I'm gonna be tanking. Now another thing, I feel like I just make us slower somehow. Like I don't know how that's a thing. Like if he was soloing, like how is that even possible? You have a whole nother person, you think stuff would go smoother and faster. But it always feels like these days. Like back in Split Paw days, back in the Karana days, it felt fine. But nowadays, when me and him duo, and he's on his mage, and I'm on my SK, I feel like I'm just slowing him down for real. Like I lose HP, I lose mana, I have to med, I have to sit. I almost just tell him go. You know, you go solo, and I'll jump in when I can, type of stuff. Because I would, then I could make stuff a little bit quicker for him. As long as I don't take the lead. Like I think from now on, it's almost like he has to take the lead because he's way stronger than I am, and I'm kind of just there trying to make stuff go a little bit quicker. Me tanking, like it's almost like his pet should be tanking. Because his pet can get back HP way faster than I can. But I don't know. It's just how it's been feeling lately. Like I'm more of a slowing him down than anything. Life tapping. We're chewing through these good, but those are like green. There's a wolf. Those do go through occasionally. It's dubious. It's green. I don't think it's too big of a deal. We're starting to poke our head into this fort. We got Bekarak Gold Bones. About to kill him and sell those bones, baby. I say gold bones? I don't know. Is he like... When I see a named, sometimes it's like, first of all, is it killable? Because sometimes, like, merchants aren't killable, right? Second of all, is it like a super cop type of deal where you don't... It's like an undercon that's gonna smash us and we can't even kill it. He says, only blues are the two inside. He says, easy kill. Alright, so I grab a scout. It was kind of like wandering towards us. It was, I feel like a no-brainer just to get it while he was answering. Sends his pet out there, starts to root and kick some butt. I get in there. I hope I got my pet in there. I don't even see it, but I hope it's there somewhere. I think I saw his name. I'm getting hit, so yeah, he would be there. Alright, get you some views. Bang, killed it so fast. Experience. Get a Valium Morningstar. I really wanted to try an elite. I don't know if he had ever tried one before this, but that was like my whole thought process this entire time. Like, I want to try an elite because they're blue and they're always blue and it seemed like it would be good experience. All right, a snare gold bones. Bringing him to the camp. See, he would be sitting inside of the camp and he would just be going from giant to giant, probably smashing them. And I'm like, probably just making it take longer here. Like, we might kill it slightly faster because of me, but then I gotta sit. I'm running in slowly, pulling it, running out slowly, bringing it with me. I don't know if he's ever killed the ones inside that are blue. He says he thinks we could take them, which I agree. If Gold Bones is this easy, then the other two are probably similar. I think the problem is, like, both of them would come, and we'd have to do some crowd control. But he's saying that his pet could take care of one of them by rooting. All right, so here I am, and I see an elite. So I should be going in the fort. I should just concentrated on the fort. Everything probably would have been fine. We would have got a little bit of experience. But here I go, pulling a freaking elite. In my defense, he didn't say, no, 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 not an elite. Alright, we got a Frost Giant elite. It's blue. He hits it with the nuke. It's coming after him. Luckily, his pet rooted it, because that thing was about to hit him for like 200. Bang, hits me for 129. 85 right there. And I wasn't even like, I didn't even have all my HP. Like, I have 40% right now. 104. It's like hitting me for 142. It's just hitting me for 100 over and over and over. So I had to back out a little bit. Do Siphon Life. I know it's rooted. I know we got two pets. I know he's nuking. Like, I'm thinking we're going to be okay. Like, the Giant's at half health. I just don't want to die like an idiot by sticking my nose in there when I'm low on health. 142, and that was after like another 100. Then a 110, dude, he's just wrecking me. He was wrecking me. See, I would be trying to fear kite this thing, and I bet you it would keep breaking. It would resist. I'd probably be in trouble. But luckily, he was here. He said, need band-aids? Yeah. Probably. I'm just trying to siphon life enough to jump back in there. Hoping to get a hit with this Reaver. I feel like I'm hitting for nothing, and the Giant's just crushing my face in. Okay, missed me there. That was good. Finally missing a little bit. But when he hits me, man, he hits me good. Insufficient mana. I'm getting low, but he is very low. Ooh. You heard that crunch. Captain Crunch, baby. Alright, we killed it. It was tough, though. I don't know if I would do that again. I learned my lesson. I touched the hot stove. Now I'm super low on HP, so this is what I'm talking about. He's probably ready to go. And here I am with super low HP, super low mana. I don't know if I don't think he would have been able to kill like an elite by himself. I doubt it. I think his pet would die, and he might be able to do it if he like really prepared for it. If he had full HP, full mana, he was ready to like summon another pet maybe. He might be able to do it, but I think those are pretty tough. Those are undercons for sure, elites. But let's look at our list here. Let's go back to it. Other places I could go. So far we got, let's check on the dwarves and butcher block. Let's check on a couple of like an NPC in Lake Wrath, maybe. Let's go back to the Spectres and Fearrot. Even though that wouldn't make for a great video, I don't think I ever soloed them. I think we duoed them, so maybe. Is that all we got to so far here? The Cindrelia, maybe. Right, so I got the list. It's stupid, and it went to a part I wasn't even looking at, of course. So let me reorient. We were on 45 to 49. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, it wants to be a dummy. There's ways you can sort this too. Like if I just wanted to do classic zones, I could sort it by classic zones, which is I'm just too lazy at the moment. Yeah, the Freeport guards, we could look at those. Lower Guck, dead side, maybe. Lower Guck, live side. It says Nagafin's lair, but it says not to solo. It says Bats and Bugs, a Freedy. You hear one that you think I could do, put it in the comments. We got Rivervale. I never went into Rivervale. I just did Misty Thicket guards. Maybe there's some higher level guards in Rivervale. Fellwith guards are starting to be a thing that I could do. I could fear kite those. It's sounding like I either need to go to like the Freeport area. I think I want to go back to Fearrot. Maybe check Lake Wrath real quick, check that NPC, and then go to the Spectres, maybe check out Cindrelia, and then head towards maybe Guck, check out Guck, and then head towards Freeport, check out Freeport, and then ride the boat to Butcher Block, check out the Dwarves, right? Check out Fail with Guards. I think that's my path we're going to do. Just going home, move back in with my mommy in the basement, check Lake Wrath, which we've already done before, but there's like one NPC there I want to look at. Spectres for a little bit, maybe soloing. Cindrelia a little bit, maybe. Lower Guck, maybe, maybe not. Like, we'll check it out, maybe. I don't know if I'll do too well down there, but they should have lower HP, and I might do okay. And then Freeport, the guards, and then get on the boat, go to Butcher Block, try the dwarves, the dwarven guards. That, for a little bit, and then Fell with Guards, probably the ultimate destination. And that's my plans for now. They say Akanon, a clockwork receptionist, a clockwork torturer, good for Shadow Knight, easy AFK camp with 2 static level 40s on 640 timers, both with 2000 HP, safe spot on the eastern side of the palace on the ledge above the water. The receptionist is just inside the front door and single pulls without issue, but to pull the torturer, use this macro while the... Oh, geez, got to use a macro. Oh, well. Akanon Palace, though, I've never done that. That sounds interesting. Says Great Divide Shardworm Caves. I might have to check that out before I leave. Caledum Inside Entrance Dwarf Guards. Ocean of Tears, Sea Fury Island. Maybe. High Keep, I've never been there. It says Isabella Celis. Permafrost, I've always wanted to go there. Spiders. Alright, now we're going to hunting spots 50 to 54, so maybe on some of these. Nariak Foreign Quarter, I don't think I want to kill ogres and trolls, no. Kale Dreckle. Arena and other armor drop areas. Geonids and Wakening Lands. I did still want to... I wanted to check that out before I get out of Velious too. I could always do it on my enchanter, like the Shard Worms. Maybe I should check that on my enchanter. Suit of Sentient Armor. I did want to check that out too because it drops SK armor, I think. Dang. So maybe we check out Shardworm Caves. Maybe we check out Geonids. Maybe we check out the Suit of Sentient Armor before we leave. But yeah, I just need to do a quick look. I'm very, very heavily considering leaving Velious on my Shadow Knight. We got the Dreadlands. We could do those skeletons. I did them a million times, though, on my Shaman and stuff like that. Nagafin's Lair, Lava Duct Crawlers, Tamoris Deep, Raptor Island, Raider, Feydark, Kelethan Guards, yeah. See, any other Everfrost? Barbarian Guards? We're getting up there, though. Frontier Mountains. Oh, those are those giants that I do to 60. And that's it. So it kind of sounds like we got a plan. Like, I might look at a couple little things before I leave Velious, now that I look at the... I kind of like finding my own camps, and it's harder on the Shadow Knight to do that. Like, my Necro could take anything that's not a Super Cop, and my Shadow Knight could have trouble with a blue. Most recent examples I can give is that the Skeleton Sleepers in Tower of Frozen Shadow were blue. They weren't even close to, like, my level, really. Like, I was a few levels ahead, at least 4 or 5 levels higher than them, and I had pretty much full HP and mana, I think, and one of them killed me. Like, they don't do spells, they're not doing anything crazy, it was just a monk, and it killed me. Like, what the heck? That really made me feel bad. Feels bad, man. Then there was something else in Tower of Frozen Shadow that got me too. There was like a specter, and it was blue, and I died. Like, I would kill them 99% of the time, but I died like one time. I'm like, dang, why am I dying to solo blues? And that was like the start of it. And then like Crystal Caverns, the Geonids, they're all green, and I can't even clear them all out with time to med and get all my HP back. While I watch other people just tear them a new a-hole and have like 6 minutes left. So that was the next thing. And then now just recently, like, feeling so weak in these duos and not being able to find anything I can do. But it's Velious. I'm pretty sure it's mostly Velious. I should go back to... I should probably finish up getting to 60 in Classic / maybe Kunark. Mostly Classic, though. Like, with guards and stuff. Like I did on my Necro. So I was considering, like, not playing my Shadow Knight a little. Like, playing my Enchanter, maybe. Maybe my Enchanter's the next one I get to 60, but I don't know. We'll give the SK another chance. All right, so now we're heading deeper into the fort. I think we've finally... he convinced me to just do the fort now. Like, I'm so adventurous. Want to try elites and crap like that. Get myself in trouble. But, he says, when I solo, I do the 6, which is all spawns minus the 2 inside hut, and have little or no downtime. I sit inside in the northwestern corner. So listen to him and do what he says on this one. If you want to try this fort. I think this is the only footage I have of it right now, this giant fort in Great Divide. Do what he's saying there. Don't do what I've been doing here. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is the way a Shadow Knight would do it, though. You would stay outside of the fort and you would fear kite them. So I'm just saying, like, if you're a mage or a necro, I don't know. Especially if you're a mage, do what he's saying, not what I'm saying. Havoc, shout out to Havoc. Sorry, I don't know if I responded here. I was like, we immediately get into trouble after you say that. So it wasn't me ignoring you. I'm almost done. All right, so my pet screws everything up. I'm an idiot. My little green pet aggroed both of them while Trey was probably not even ready. I'm getting smashed for 120, 83. One of them gets rooted. My pet won't... I'm not... I need to tell my pet to back up, but I don't think about it. Okay, I'm telling him to back up. Come on, buddy. He's getting smashed in his face. So he's not wanting to do what I say. He's dead. The root broke. He sends the pet in. He says, pull one back. We got one, but I'm super low. And we don't have heals. So I snare it, and I'm booking it. I'm almost to where I would be running slow, I think. He says, zone. So that was all my fault. Everything goes wrong, and my pet, I forgot about my pet. I do get to hit a Sopot, which, don't know if I was targeting. I think I just wasted one. He's telling me to zone. He's like, zone, dude. I was doing a soap pot. Felt like that would give me a better chance of surviving. So we're doing right wall strats. We're running from the fort. The session started rough, and then it ended rough. And the whole day before thing with the not being able to find anything, being frustrated with my Shadow Knight in general, and then coming into this duo session and nothing going right at first. We finally settle in and start killing some giants, and then not even 5, 6 giants later, I'm running to the zone line. And, most of the times I would tough it out. I would keep going. I would go back to the fort. But I was feeling so weak and like I was just slowing us down, and I was over the SK on this day. But I didn't quit. It wasn't like I quit for the entire day. I switch over to my enchanter. I said, hey, you solo, and I'll just support you with my enchanters. So I would clarity, I would aug his pet, I would direct damage to finish stuff off. So that's what we ended up doing. I got on I think he's like 43 enchanter, and I grouped with his 50, 52 mage, and we did a giant fort, and I supported him while he was soloing pretty much. I didn't even charm a pet or nothing. I just said, you do your thing in solo. I know you can do it, and I'm just slowing you down. So let me get on the enchanter now. Now that we wasted an hour trying the Shadow Knight, let me get on the enchanter, and I'll make it up to you, basically. So I do have that footage, and we will. I'll put that out eventually, but I'm trying to go in chronological order with the enchanter, so I don't want to skip ahead to when I'm level 43. We still got to do level 40, 41, 42. So I have a few videos already recorded as far as the footage goes. I just have to lay down the audio. So yeah, should be back on Sunday. But that's it for this one. Tell me about your experiences in the comments when everything goes wrong. That'll be the secret word. Tell me a little story. Or just put, dang, everything went wrong, or something like that. Or put something in relation to that, and I'll know you made it through the whole video. Or I'll just give you credit for it because you do a thoughtful comment about the times everything went wrong when you were playing the game. Doesn't even have to be like something crazy like a train or someone stealing your kill, or just like a day where everything was going wrong and you're having one of those days on EverQuest, because it does happen. That's the cool thing. Another cool thing about you log into the game, you don't know. Like if I log into Dark Souls right now, if I start playing Dark Souls, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm solo. I'm gonna go do it. I might have trouble on a boss or something, but I'm gonna make progress. If I log on to Gems of War, I know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna make progress. You could log into this game and make negative progress, right? You could log in, die, and now you went backwards. So it's like one of the only games that I know of where you can log in for 2 hours and go backwards. So that's a cool. I don't hate that about it. The only thing I've said in this video that I actually hate is like the speed of my running as my ogre, like being super slow in these giant zones with nobody in them. Like I wish I somehow could have a mount or something. I don't want to fly from whenever I want on griffins, and I don't need a mount per se, but it would be nice to have, like, I need to get J boots, basically. I need to work. Just go get them, bro. Just get the freaking J boots. I need to do Operation J boots, and then I need to go back to the classic zones. And it's all in that same area, too. So, plan going forward. Check out maybe a couple little things here in Velious before I leave, and then I'm going to head back home, move into my mom's basement, Firot, Agok, check out Lake Wrath, check out that one NPC there, see if it's still blue or not. If it's green, if it's blue, I'll do it. If it's green, I won't. Go to the Spectres maybe to a palette cleanse. Check out Sindrelia. Guck, we'll take a dip in. We'll take a look at it. As we're going by, because we're heading to Freeport. Take a look at it. Then Freeport guards. I haven't tried those on my SK yet. I'm sure it would be okay. Get on the boat. Go to Butcher Block. Check out the dwarves, dwarven guards, dwarven citizens, whatever they are by the dock, or out in the huts by the road. Head to Kelethin, head to Felwith, and that's our ultimate destination, most likely, at the moment. But yeah, that's it for this one. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which will be Sunday. I do have some video ideas. I kind of want to go over my thoughts on my Enchanter so far, my Shadow Knight so far, my Necromancer in general overall, and like my Shaman in general overall. Just since I've played them, I have experience playing them now for quite a while on each class, like the pros, the cons, all that stuff. Like I might make a video out of each one of those. So 4 videos potentially. And I already have footage for the Enchanter, so I might do the Enchanter this Sunday, like how I feel about it so far. Even though I'm only 43, probably be the least like knowledgeable, but I don't know, just a thought. Anyways, I'll see y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Put your stories below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to hear good about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Fly, fly. I don't know. Just making noises now, huh? Is he trying to get it to an hour? Nah.